We've got Advent resources to share, plus a church that is full on leaning into church planting. I'm Jeff Eisner. Welcome to God Works Weekly. But first, let's start with a story about our culture today, where Christian author, pastor, and missiologist Ed Stetzer recently spoke at a conference in Texas, and he shared a great analogy between ancient Rome and what's happening today. Here's Stetzer.
This is a pipe from Rome, Imperial Rome, city of Rome, 2,000 years ago. And the Romans perfected a metal that was foldable and moldable and malleable. And so you can see that's a pipe, but it's folded. You can see the top because there's no welding. Welding doesn't exist at that point. So they had hot and cold running water in the villas of the rich in Rome 2,000 years ago. I mean, they loved this metal. They made goblets out of it and bowls out of it and tubs out of it and pipes out of it. Because everything was built upon the malleability of this remarkable metal. They literally would drink out of goblets and eat. And here's the thing, this technology is actually called lead, and it was feeding them and killing them at the same time. And I want you to meet your phone. That's a remarkable piece of technology. And I think it's feeding us and killing us at the same time. It's shaping people in the way, it's catechizing people in a way that churches were supposed to go. Part of that happened because, we reduced, many of your churches would go back. I used to have stuff like multiple nights a week, and then we kind of reduced that because people were busy. And they filled in the time. But they filled in the time with utter catechizing realities as well.
Ooh, sobering for sure. Well, you know about Visual Faith Ministry, the online network 1,000 strong that lifts up, equips, and has so many resources for people in their faith journey. We caught up with Jenny Long and Carolyn Beer to share more about what's new and some of those resources for Advent.
We're in the heart of our Thanksgiving observance. Our Advent resources are ready to go, and people have prepared them. They're ready. And then we're also looking at 2026 and what do we have available for that. So it's an exciting time to be here at Visual Faith Ministry. We've got lots going on.
The theme for 2025 has been our year in the Psalms, as you maybe learned earlier in the year. So with that in mind, we took on the Messianic Psalms for our Advent devotional this year. And it is called Veiled in Flesh, which you don't find those words in the scripture, but we do sing them in Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And it's a very apt description of Jesus. He comes to us as God, veiled in our human flesh. So we took several of the Messianic Psalms, wrote a little bit of devotional material about them, added some activities to go along with them, some scripture scribing, which we love to do at Visual Faith, and some reflection questions and things like that. So it's kind of an all-encompassing devotional. It's good with families, it's good by yourself, and it's very, very interactive.
Going inside Concordia Market, Hearts and Hope for Uganda helps the poor and vulnerable through long-term partnerships with projects supporting economic development, clean water, education, and so much more. Well, they're sharing a reminder about sponsorship packages that they'll deliver directly to students. Here's a recent Facebook post from Uganda. Find out more on those kids and Hearts and Hope for Uganda. Go to concordiamarket.com. We'll also have a direct link on how to send a packet in the show notes. Time for What You're Reading, and we've got Rob Bailey from South Lake Church in Texas. He's also part of the Harvest Partnership. And Rob, what you reading?
So I just finished a book, and this is actually from Seth Kunze's recommendation. It's called His Needs, Her Needs. So I'm getting married on December 27th. So yeah, besides helping with the church plant, getting ready for Christmas, Thanksgiving, and everything else, all I can say is if you have not read this book, highly recommend it. No matter where you are in your relationship, both in marriage, for ministry leaders, they help talk to couples. This book has helped bring language and thought processes and ways that just work through how we talk to one another and how do you support each other. And because we do think differently, not just because men think differently, women think differently, but each individual thinks differently. the words we use and help that. So I highly would encourage you if you're looking for that.
All right, going to the north side of Houston, but staying within the Harvest Partnership, Al Doring shares what he's grateful for this time of year and how his church has embraced some awesome kingdom work in church planting.
I'm thankful for being a part of a congregation which is fully engaged in what the Harvest Partnership is doing and recognizes how that actually impacts what we do. And we have a huge vision, which is that all of our people will know and be inspired to build communities of joy with other people. Connect with people to share the joy of Christ's love. That everybody, it goes back to what Rob said, can somebody really talk to someone else about Jesus? Our vision is that everybody at our church will be able to do that. And they're buying into it. I mean, it's like, okay, this is amazing. And I'm thankful that there's no resistance, like, well, that's not for me, that's for somebody else. Okay, teach us how to do that. Man, that dog will hunt.
Yes, it will. Great stuff. Don't forget, give us a like and share, and we have links to everything that we've covered in the show notes. Also, send us those story ideas about the cool things that are happening in your community or at your church, because we want to highlight them. Thanks for watching God Works Weekly, and have a great Thanksgiving.